Good morning, guys. Do you like my fringe like this? I think I might keep it this way. I was just doing my makeup and then I was like, I might film today because I've got some fun things on. Well, actually, I mean, really it's just going to be a bit of a rachy day. But I also had some things that I wanted to show you. And I was doing my makeup and then I thought I haven't spoken about what makeup I use for a long time. So, lucky you, I'm going to talk about it. So I've already done a little bit. And I've been using the Dior Forever Skin Correct Concealer just under my eyes. And I don't like a lot of makeup on, I really don't like to feel it. And all I've put over the top, it's very, very natural looking, like you can still see my under eye bags and my freckles, is the Kylie Cosmetics Skin Tint Blurring Elixir in 2C. And I do really like this. Kind of hate to say it, but it is actually rather good. And it's got like this really good nozzle. I only put a small amount on, like I said. Then I also wanted to show you some of the Revolution bits that I got given at the Borrowed From event in my last vlog. And the one that I've been enjoying the most, which I thought I would, it was the Revolution Jelly Blush Lip and Cheek Stain. Now I've got the colour Peach, but it doesn't look peachy at all in the thing, but I've just been putting a little blob of this on, like so, and then using quite like a dense brush to just blur it out, or blend it in rather. And it's quite like natural and just a nice little flush. I don't usually use blush, if I'm honest. I'm more of a bronzer girl because I'm so pale, and I flush quite naturally anyway. I blush quite often because, well, I guess it's just because my skin's so fair, like everything just shows up a little bit better. But yeah, just popped a bit of that on. I've just been enjoying that, so I thought I'd mention it. And then I'm going to go in my Christian Dior Natural Bronze Glow in 031 Coral Bronze. Just a tiny bit of this all over. I'm really not one of those people that cares too much about putting my makeup on, or like putting it on carefully. I just sort of throw it on. Then we've got the Revolution Bronze Baddie, because that's me, which I also got at the Borrowed From event. And I've just been using this as a bit of a highlighter and then as an eyeshadow as well, because I can't be bothered to find another product to do that. A little bit of the e.l.f. What is this? I don't know the names of any of these things. Wow Brow in Brunette. Not that I'm brunette, but they don't do one for redheads. Sometimes I use the Got To Be, whatever this is called, through my brows as well, but can't be bothered today. And then we're going to finish off, oh my gosh, I swear to God, no one ever messages me. The second I start filming, I get so many messages. It's like, why? Finishing off with the Dior Show Iconic Overcome Mascara in brown. I don't use black mascara because it's just too harsh on my little pale face. Okay, and that's pretty much it. So, is that everything? Oh, and then I also got this lip gloss from Revolution, Pout Bomb Plumping Lip Gloss with vitamin E in clear. So I'm just gonna, actually before I do that, I'm just gonna put a tiny bit of lip liner on. I've really been enjoying using lip liner. And the one I like, so it's just this H&M lip liner in the colour Au Naturel. That might be the name. It's a very normal lip colour. So I've been using that and then putting a little bit of this clear gloss on over the top. There we go. And then put my fringe back down. my hair a bit of a zhuzh. Oh god, there we go. Whew. Where did all that hair come from? So yeah, that's my very easy everyday makeup look. That doesn't take very long at all. I think that took me just under 4 minutes. I just filmed a reel of me putting my outfit on, but I just thought I'd quickly show you this. Pretend I have boots on. But I've got my Alexander Wang culottes on. And underneath, yes, I have thermal tights. Let me live, because it is fucking Baltic outside. And underneath this, I have a tank top, a ribbed turtleneck, and a long sleeve. And then I have this Adidas track jacket over the top. And I'm going to have this as the outfits. Like, this is the... Oh, 1p. This is the outfit, and then I'm going to have outerwear over the top. But yeah, when you live in the UK and it's very chilly, you have to get... Oh, I've forgotten the word. Basically, you have to think outside the box for what you can wear. That's still a cool outfit. That isn't just a jumper and jeans every day. And it's freezing, so I like to layer up, but not always just wear a jumper. So this was my answer to that. I'm incredibly warm, surprisingly, because it looks like I'm only wearing 2 things, but it's all the layers underneath that is keeping me warm. And I'm going to put my boots on and a trench coat, and I'll show you all of that once I get properly dressed. But yeah, this is the base of the outfit. So today, my plan is to pop into town this morning because the sun is out and I need to make the most of it. It's a beautiful, beautiful sunny cold day, so I'm going to take my book into town and read my book at probably Bond Street, have a little mooch around town, and then I'm going to come back, change out of this outfit and put some sensible work clothes on, and then I've got work this afternoon. But I just wanted to get out and about because the last Monday I spent the entire day, I didn't have work on Monday, and I spent the entire day in the flat, and it was bliss. Don't get me wrong, it was beautiful, and I sectioned my day, as my little autistic brain does, into sections throughout the day, and every 2 hours I did a different activity. But I love that, so that made me happy. It was an incredibly productive day. I got all of my to-do list done, did a load of life admin, did nice things, read my book. Yesterday I had a bit of a similar day in the sense that I planned to go out, but it was pissing with rain, so I stayed in the entire day until I had work. And then I had Sophie and Lucy around in the afternoon. I'll put some pictures up here of what went down there. It was very, very lovely, and I made pizzas from scratch using Tommy's pizza dough recipe. I was very proud of myself, and he was very proud of me too. And by the way, I can like cook just fine, but I haven't really made dough that many times, so it was quite nice to do that. So yeah, so I made pizzas. I made the pizza sauce from scratch as well, which I'm probably going to use as a pasta sauce today for lunch or dinner. And yeah, oh, I just remembered what I was going to show you. The prints came, guys. What do we think? So I've got these 3 prints above the bed. So I've got these Bauhaus inspired prints. These are not like official, by the way. They're knockoffs, but they cost me £2.50 each, and I didn't care. So yeah, very, very happy with these. And then this one's already been up for a while. I also got this Bauhaus, the famous Wassily chair, because I absolutely adore that chair, and hopefully one day can own one if I ever find one for cheap in a vintage store. So that's up there. I had this one for ages, that's staying there. And then in the living room, I really want to get a print to sit on this shelf, I've decided. Once I put all of them up, I was like, that does need something. But the ones that I've got are this one, which I thought was quite funny. It says espresso, please. I almost wish it didn't have the writing there and was just this, because I think it's me and Tommy in the mornings getting our coffee straight into the veins. And then this one's on a similar scale. More espresso, less depresso. And I just liked the sort of cartoon and the colours, the orange and navy. So that's finished the living room off really nicely, I think. And just added some bits there. I kind of want to get one for here as well. And then we've got Piggy Corner over here. I've asked Amy to do one for satay and tofu as well, because we've got dumpling, nori and miso up here. This is just a tarot card of a guinea pig. That's not one that I commissioned. But I've asked her to do one of satay and tofu, but they might not be ready until January because she's got a lot on at the moment. So that's absolutely fine by me. I'm happy to wait. But yeah, I really think it's finished off the rooms. And then these blinds have been driving me mental. So I asked the landlord if he'd replace them, and he said that he would. So that's great. So yeah, loving that. I think it really has brought the rooms together, and I feel like they're somewhat finished now. Hi guys, so I thought excuse the fact that I'm literally just sat in like my tights and a cardigan. I've just got back from my little mooch about town. Oh my gosh, I had the best time. I had the best time. Again, no one ever texts me, and then I start filming and everyone texts me. I've just got a cup of tea and a couple of bickies, because I'm just gonna I've got to go to work in like 20 minutes, but I just thought that I would quickly do a run through of like some of the things that I saw while I was out, because I didn't talk to the camera while I was out. Tommy's just texted me to say that he's falling in love with an air fryer, so I've already been replaced apparently. So let's go through some of the things that I saw. I'll look at them on my phone and I will put the pictures up here. So the first thing that I came across in the shoe section was Loro Piana sandals. Now, I'm not necessarily a huge Loro Piana fan as such. Don't think it's aimed at me. Don't think I'm the demographic for the brand. The models they use are young, obviously, but from what I'm aware, they go for more like middle-aged and older people. However, some of the campaigns are quite lovely, but it's very, very basic, minimalist stuff at a very luxurious quality and therefore incredibly high price. I think it's actually one of the most expensive clothing brands in the world. Them and Chanel, I think, are the two highest or something. Anyway, the fact it's expensive does nothing for me. Again, I always feel the need to put a disclaimer on here. I do not like designer brands because they're expensive or because of the status that can come with them. Couldn't care less about that. I like things that are well designed and thoughtful. That's not all designers, by the way, and that's, you know, even some of my most favourite designers have designed some things that I think are atrocious. So I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, it's Chanel, so I love it. Actually, a lot of the Chanel collections I don't think are very good. So just as an example. Anyway, came across this Loro Piana box though. So I was intrigued because, you know, when you're in TKMaxx and you come across Loro Piana, that's something. So I looked inside, and at first, these might come across as something that's not very palatable for most people, because they do look a little bit like something, you know, would worn in the 60s. However, they had this really interesting like tie ankle leather strap, and they really reminded me of something like St. Agni or Dear Francis would do. And actually I do feel like I've seen quite a lot of this like latticed leather sandal in the last couple of years. So personally, I'm not sure. No, do you know what? A pair of jeans and a white t-shirt, they'd look great. Like, they are really classic. Next up, I found this Jill Sander blazer, which was absolutely beautiful. I'm a huge fan of Jill Sander. My Jill Sander ballet flats were found in TKMaxx, from 700 down to 150. So I was very happy about those. This Jill Sander blazer was originally £1,435. And it was in TKMaxx for 400 quid. I will say, I do personally believe that Jill Sander is up there with one of the best brands that you can invest in. Incredibly well made, incredibly well designed, and pieces that will last you forever. This blazer is never going to go out of style. You will have that forever. If you were to buy that, £400 is a lot of money. I obviously did not buy it. But if you were to buy that, that's a forever piece. So that's one thing to think about. The next thing I came across was this Isabel Marant anorak. This is so quintessential Isabel Marant. I absolutely love it. The shape of it, the sort of bubble shape, the frilly neck. The sleeves are so classic Isabel Marant. I'll put up some pictures here of what I mean. Like literally so spot on. I could tell this was Isabel Marant before I even picked it up. And again, down from £7.90, which is just insane because it is a very thin anorak, I will say. But you're paying for the label. Obviously, I'm not opposed. I'm not naive of that, but also the design of it and the quality of material. This was down to £249. I personally would want that to be less for me to justify it, but I do love it and would love it and would love to buy it, but it's not going to be anytime soon, I'll put it that way. The next thing I'm going to show you is so worth the price that it was in TKMaxx, by the way. Obviously still out of my price range, but 100% worth the money. This Margiela coat, I would literally give up 2 family members for to have. Take that as you will. I would die for this coat. I think it's beautiful. I actually think it's so gorgeous. It really reminds me of the Hano coats that are in Woven Store. This threading is not going to be for everybody. Obviously loads of people are going to be like, oh my god, look at the thread, like, oh, it's everywhere. I can just hear my nan being like, oh, your coat's falling apart. Like, I get it's not for everyone. I think it's beautiful personally. And it was just exceptional. I would say that also, even if this was not Maison Margiela, if you just showed me this as a coat without a label on, I would think this was a beautiful coat. I'm just gonna put that out there because I know a lot of people will be like, oh mate, you're just saying that because it's designer. Not at all. I think that is a stunning design. I just do. So yeah, but it is Maison Margiela and that really helps. So this coat was originally the best part of £2,000 and it was in TKMaxx for £600. If I had £600 spare, I'd buy it. I really would. I thought it was absolutely stunning. And it is obviously supposed to look like that, by the way, guys. Yeah, I tried it on. Here's some pictures of me trying it on. I thought it looked amazing with my outfit. And yeah, if I had had £600 spare, I would have bought that right then and then, no question about it. Next up, we have this Jill Sander tracksuit, JW Anderson tracksuit, which I saw last time I was in there and has actually gone further into the sale, so I'm very excited about that. Originally, I believe this was £450 in store. TKMaxx price was £180 and it's gone down in the sale to £130. I'm hoping it will have another reduction. If it goes under 100, I might buy it. I wouldn't want to pay, I'd like it to be around the £80 mark. I could justify spending £80 on it. The colour is obviously very vibrant, but I do feel like I could style it quite easily. I think honestly just with a pair of jeans and like my JW Anderson loafers. Sick outfit, so simple and so comfortable, amazing outfit. So I'm going to keep my eye on that. The next piece I found was this Otterlinger t-shirt. Now, if you don't know who Otterlinger are, they are this really cool, I want to say up and coming, but not really. niche brand, let's say, not overly well known, but very, very good, kind of on the Vaquera level. Is that the right way how to pronounce it? Yeah, like those sort of Ottlinger, Botta, that kind of level of sort of up and coming, if you know brands. I really love what they do. I think they're super, super cool. Definitely one to look out for. And I couldn't believe that I found this t-shirt that was RRP price 219 down to 58 quid. If it hadn't have been mustard yellow, and pretty much if it had been any other colour, I probably would have bought that, because I actually think that's a great, great piece to have, and really nice to have something from an up-and-coming designer. But that mustard yellow just isn't going to work with my skin tone, unfortunately. I think it would make me look quite ill. Next up, we have another Jill Sander piece. This was a really simple crochet tank. The RRP price on this was £855, but that's what you pay for Jill Sander. I can't see what the original TKMaxx price was because it's underneath the clearance sticker, but their reduced price was £217. Obviously still a lot of money for a very plain tank, but very well made nonetheless. Now, onto this piece. I'm going to put this in this video, but I haven't put it on my stories today. If you follow me on Instagram, please do if you don't already. I haven't put this next piece on my stories. I put all the other pieces on and was, you know, singing and shouting about them. The reason I haven't put this on is hopefully by the time this video goes up, I've bought this piece. Because I don't know if I can leave this there. I didn't get it today because I'm not an impulse buyer and I'm trying to be very good and not buy things on the day that I see them. But this Proenza Schouler butter cream leather coat, original price £755 down to £180. Like, I'm not being funny, but Zara and H&M coats at the moment are the best part of 200 quid. Why would you buy a coat that has probably been made by somebody who's living and working in horrific conditions for those brands? They are atrocious brands to buy from. And I get why people buy from them. This isn't me being judgy. If you buy from those places, that's fine. I'm just saying that they are atrocious. That is just fact. For the same price, you can go into TKMaxx and get a Proenza Schouler coat. Which has been made in a studio by like a seamstress and an artisan. £181. I'm not saying that's cheap. I understand that's still out of a lot of people's budget. It was out of my budget today. But by payday, that's getting bought. I'm certain of it. I think I will have to go back and get it. And it was unbelievable. It was so beautiful. The cuffs on it were just exquisite. And it's this really like kind of hideous yellow, butter yellow leather. But that's kind of why I liked it. I'm pretty certain it will still be there when I go back. Same with the Margiela coat, because really they're very Marmite-y out there pieces. So I'm hoping that they'll still be there in a week. I'm not going to be able to buy the Margiela coat for £600. That's unfortunately not going to happen. That's going to have to be something I save up for sure. If it's still there by Christmas and it gets further reduced, then I will hopefully be able to get it. But yeah, so those were the things that I found in TKMaxx. I just wanted to do a quick rundown. Yeah, honestly, mental. Probably the best TKMaxx finds that I've seen in a very, very long while. And to do all of those in one day, like, I've found things of that level before, but not all at once. I've gone into TKMaxx, found absolutely nothing, and then found that pair of Stella McCartney Bros, or the Jill Sander shoes that I've got, or the Bottega Veneta boots that I've got, all from TKMaxx. But it was like the one thing I found that day. Today I found so many exceptional pieces. So TKMaxx is where it's at. It's absolutely amazing. I absolutely love it. I'm going to now have this lukewarm cup of tea, and then I'm going to go to work. So I'm going to leave it there, guys. Love you lots. Please subscribe, go follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.